Hello, everyone, and welcome to HackerTV, our in-house podcast for Rajasthan's biggest hackathon, AceHack. And this year, we are bringing the fourth edition of AceHack 4.0. And इस बार हमारा theme है Cyberpunk. And on very popular demand, we have reopened our registrations. तो इस बार ये opportunity miss ना करके register कीजिए अपनी team को as soon as possible. And if you have any questions or queries regarding registrations or anything related to AceHack, please feel free to join our Discord server and reach out to us on Discord as well as our other social media. And don't forget to follow us on social media so that you don't miss out on anything for this amazing hackathon experience where you'll not only code and build but also innovate, elevate, and transform your levels to the next year. I'm your host Biraj, and this is the 26th episode of HackerTV. Our guest today is an associate product manager at Unstop. He's also GitHub's campus expert and also one of our mentors for AceHack 4.0, Mr. Harshavardhan Bajoria. Hi, Harshvardhan.
Hello, hi everyone.
Hi, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing great. How are you, Viraj?
I'm good. I'm good. So let's start things off. And can you just introduce yourself for us once?
Yep. Sure. So, hi, I am Harshavardhan Bajoria, currently working as an associate product manager at Unstop, where I look into the AI division of it, and I'm also GitHub campus expert. So I keep on organizing events, mentor and judge. I've already mentored and judged around 40 hackathons till now, and I am 7 times Microsoft certified, which includes AI engineer, data scientist, and certified educator. Founder of Devolved, a community where you all can join in to get about the latest opportunities or just solve your doubts.
Right. So now, to start things off, I want to ask you about tech gig code gladiators. तो मैं आपसे ये जानना चाहता हूँ कि what was the toughest problem that you tackled at tech gig code gladiators?
So, being very honest, there's nothing called toughest problem to you, like for me, or it should not be for anyone else. Like, जैसे देखो, अगर simply if you think, um, it can become tough because you are not able to grasp that concept for that particular time or for that particular
Yeah.
moment, which usually happens in this competitions. So,
Yeah.
अगर if you say in that manner, हाँ ये हो सकता है कि उस समय I faced a lot of issue during the finale of it. So finale में I think there were 2 or 3 problems and you have to solve it within 3 hours or 4 hours. And getting the concept at that particular moment is tough. कि यार हाँ ठीक है ये लगा देते हैं ये चीज करने से ऐसे हो जाएगी. बट हाँ तुरंत कंपटीशन के बाद when you are discussing you're like oh ये दिमाग में था बट किया क्यों नहीं. So yeah, that is the toughest thing out there during any of the
Yeah.
competition, not just called gladiators, which I have faced to get the right thing at the right moment.
राइट नाउ हैकाथॉन्स में जाने के पहले काफी सारा थिंकिंग प्रोसेस काफी सारी चीजें दिमाग में रखनी होती है राइट देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ प्री हैक प्रिपरेशन दैट एवरीवन शुड डू आइडियली तो जब एक हाई स्टेक हैकाथॉन या एक हाईली रेप्यूटेड हैकाथॉन में जाने की बात आती है तो द स्टेक्स आर इवन हायर राइट तो हाउ डू यू प्रिपेयर फॉर सच हाई स्टेक हैकाथॉन्स लाइक for example algo hack jam, so how do you prepare for these kind of hackathons?
So first of all, in every hackathon, according to me, the 5 major role plays are like, if you want to win any hackathon, according to me, you need to just checkpoint these 5 things. First of
Yeah.
all, the problem statement. So
Yeah.
define the problem statement. It should not be anything like, हाँ ठीक है यार मुझे ये दिक्कत आ रही थी तो मैंने ये बना दिया. ठीक है तुम्हें दिक्कत आ रही होगी. It's not necessary कि बाकी लोग को ये सेम दिक्कत आ रही है. Yeah, it's a general problem out there which
Yeah.
needs to be solved.
Yeah.
So first of all, check the problem statement, create a problem statement, or just try to understand what other people are facing in life and for which the solution is not available. Second checkpoint before hackathon is just prepare a blueprint of what you are going to build or what you are planning to build to actually solve that problem.
Yeah.
उसमें तुम ये सोच सकते हो कि अच्छा ठीक है लेट्स सपोज मुझे ये बनाना था ये प्रॉब्लम है इसको ऐसे सॉल्व कर सकते फॉर एग्जांपल पीपल आर नॉट एबल टू स्टे गेज्ड अपॉन द स्क्रीन तो तुमने सोचा कि
Yeah.
चलो ठीक है ऑडियो बुक्स बनाते हैं नेक्स्ट यू थिंक कि अच्छा ऑडियो बुक तो ऑलरेडी अवेलेबल है बट उसको और इंटरेस्टिंग कैसे बनाएं कि लोग आराम से सुन पाए या इट बिकम्स एक्सेसिबल विदाउट इंटरनेट So think about that, and then you come with the tech stack. So you think about कि अच्छा ठीक है, ये दो चीज तो कर ली है, अब जो बनाना है वो बनेगा कैसे? एक ब्रीफ ब्लूप्रिंट की ये यूज कर लेंगे, ऐसे कर लेंगे, हो जाएगा, कूल.
Yeah.
Finally, the two important things is how is it impacting the society, जो तुम्हें हैकाथॉन में दिखाना पड़ेगा या फिर जो तुम्हें बूस्ट देगा कि हाँ मैं बाकी लोग से अच्छा हूँ.
Yeah.
क्योंकि इन हाई स्टेक हैकाथॉन तुम्हें ये फील आ सकता है कि यार बहुत सारे लोग पार्ट ले रहे हैं, लाखों लोग पार्ट ले रहे हैं, कैसे जीतूंगा मैं,
Yeah.
कैसे मैं यूनिक हूँ, या फिर मैं ही क्यों जीतूंगा. तो इट्स योर इम्पैक्ट दैट यू आर क्रिएटिंग दैट विल मेक यू विन. एंड फाइनली द फ्यूचर स्कोप, लाइक अच्छा ठीक है अगर मैं जीत गया तो मैं आगे ये करूंगा.
Yeah, absolutely, and I completely agree with your points कि ये छोटी छोटी चीजें रखना माइंड में इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, ताकि आप यू कैन प्रॉपरली डिफाइन योर प्रोजेक्ट while you're making it, and you have a good idea about your project while you're presenting it. Now, hackathons, are not just about problem solving and building a specific project. So I want to ask your point of view regarding this subject. Ki, have hackathons become more about speed than solving a real life problem? Has the time constraints in a hackathon made it such that people focus more on the time constraints and submission of the project over the market readiness of the product?
सो इफ आई बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, हाँ अभी के लिए इट हैज बिकम कि हाँ प्रॉब्लम बनाओ
Yeah.
जीतने के लिए. चलो ठीक है, अगर लेट्स से यू फिगर आउट दैट ओके जजेस यहाँ से आ रहे हैं, उनको ये इश्यूज हो सकते हैं, तो चलो यही बना देते हैं
Huh.
एंड जीत जाएंगे.
Yeah.
या फिर सपोज कोई और ये नहीं बना रहा है बट मुझे नेट पे एक प्रोजेक्ट मिल गया जो कि बहुत सिंपली आई कैन जस्ट कॉपी पेस्ट एंड मेक चेंजेस, चलो ये बना के जीत जाते हैं. दे आर नॉट कि हाँ ठीक है जीत गए अब उसके आगे क्या करना है, या फिर अगर नहीं भी जीते तो उसको आगे कैसे लेके जाना है. द फ्यूचर स्कोप पार्ट ऑफ इट,
Yeah.
इट्स स्टिल नॉट देयर. But in hackathons like AceHack, yeah, other hackathons, which is a grand scale hackathon, there are serious hackers out there जहाँ पे people are like हाँ ठीक है अगर मैं आ रहा हूँ मैं जीत रहा हूँ, I have a future plan, because they know कि
Yeah.
the future plan is something which will distinguish them from others.
Definitely. So that was a fair answer and a fair point of view, and I think this is kind of the current scenario, even in my opinion, because the I've been a part of the organizing team for hackathons for a while now, and I see this going around in almost every single hackathon. तो ऐसे हैकाथॉन्स में काफी सारी चीजें लोग मिस आउट भी कर जाते हैं, एंड देयर आर अ लॉट ऑफ कॉमन मिस्टेक्स दैट people tend to make generally. So what what are the common mistakes that teams generally make in a hackathon in your opinion, और आपका जितना भी एक्सपीरियंस रहा है हैकाथॉन्स का, तो what are those common mistakes that you have noticed people make?
I think सबसे major mistake जो तुमने भी बहुत ज़्यादा hackathons में देखा होगा is similar projects.
Yeah.
So you will see that okay इस project में भी ये project तो था. Let's suppose let's take an example. So अभी AI बहुत चल रहा है,
हाँ.
सब लोग AI बना रहे हैं, हर hackathon में तुम्हें कोई ना कोई AI यूज करता मिल जाएगा,
Of
मोस्टली
course.
सब लोग यूज करेंगे
Yeah.
एंड दे विल बी बिल्डिंग चैटबॉट. फिक्स है,
हाँ.
AI है, चैटबॉट डाल दिए, AI बन गया. You need to actually think out of the box. The major issue that most of the hackers face is कि वो सोचते ही नहीं है.
Yeah.
वो नॉर्मली सोचते हैं कि हाँ ठीक है क्या कर सकते हैं, चलो ठीक है एक काम करते हैं हेल्थ सिस्टम बना लेते हैं, एक काम करते हैं एम्बुलेंस को डिटेक्ट करने का सिस्टम बना लेते हैं, चलो एक काम करते हैं सेफ्टी के लिए एक बनाते हैं अलार्म बटन बना देते हैं काइंड ऑफ अ थिंग कि यू
Yeah.
कैन जस्ट क्लिक ऑन इट, इट विल कॉन्टैक्ट एंड ऑल स्टफ.
These are some of the very common projects.
वेरी कॉमन, लाइक हर हैकाथॉन में मिल जाएगा तुम्हें कि हाँ
हाँ.
ये बना ही रहे हैं. यू नीड टू एक्चुअली थिंक कि हाँ ठीक है ये तो बना ही सकते हैं और उसके आगे क्या हो सकता है,
हम्म.
या फिर कुछ यूनिक जो अभी मार्केट में नहीं है, फिर किसी ने सोचा भी नहीं है, देन यू
हाँ.
कैन विन. सो आई
हाँ.
थिंक दिस इज द मेजर मिस्टेक व्हिच मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल डू.
हाँ. हाँ. एंड आई ऑल्सो थिंक कि हैकाथॉन्स में इस चीज को छोड़ के भी people tend to over engineer their projects a lot of times. कि बहुत ज्यादा दिमाग लगा देते हैं एंड इवेंचुअली द प्रोजेक्ट सीम्स वेरी क्लटर्ड in a normal person's eye. So how and this happens generally because there is not enough communication or not enough efficient communication among the team members, right? So taking this scenario into consideration, how do you balance teamwork and also individual contribution in hackathon so that your project is as efficient as possible?
So, like सबसे important जो मुझे लगता है कि you need to actually have a team which is divided, मतलब not
Yeah,
divided as such, but divided by skills
yeah,
and united by project. You can say
of
so.
course.
So it should be something कि हाँ like जैसे अगर कुछ लोग हैं like फोर चार जन की टीम है, एक को फ्रंट एंड आता है, एक को डिजाइनिंग आती है, एक को बैक एंड आता है, एक का बिजनेस पर्सपेक्टिव अच्छा है, जस्ट ए सैम्पल एग्जांपल.
Yeah,
Then you can actually divide the things कि अच्छा ठीक है, since you have good with front end you can do front end डिजाइनिंग. कोई एक UI UX देख लेगा कि कैसे होगा, क्या होगा, कहाँ पे जाएगी चीजें. एक
yeah.
जन बैक एंड देख लेगा एंड एक जन बिजनेस पर्सपेक्टिव में वीडियो कैसे प्रेजेंट करना है, प्रेजेंटेशन कैसी होगी,
Hmm.
क्या क्या चीजें हम लोग को ऐड करनी है, क्या क्या फीचर्स और अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन करने हैं, वो देख लेगा. सो इट बिकम्स अ कोलैबोरेशन थिंग एंड ईच एंड एवरी वर्क इज कम आउट ब्यूटिफुली which they can obviously showcase during the hackathon, after the hackathon, during interviews, or just pitching rounds that they might be having.
Right. Now, hackathons के बारे में आजकल काफी बuzz चल रहा है around the internet and even in the different cities that hackathons are being held in. तो और लोग इस चीज को लेके बहुत ज्यादा सोच रहे हैं कि should hackathons be a part of our educational curriculum as well, and would it actually contribute to our career growth? तो मैं आपसे ये चीज भी जानना चाहता हूँ कि do hackathon wins or just general hackathon experience actually translate into career growth?
It did for me, being very honest about it. So, like, abhi, based upon the time that we are living in right now, AI आके चीजें बदल रहा है.
हाँ.
कुछ लोग को डाउट हो रहा है कि AI जॉब ले लेगा, AI जॉब नहीं लेगा, AI रिप्लेस करेगा.
हम्म.
Now, when you are saying it replaces, what it will replace is it will replace the theoretical concepts to practical concepts.
Yeah.
So, taking an example again, like say पहले तुम्हें कुछ बनाना होता था. सो यू ऑल्सो नीड टू बी, लेट्स से तुम्हें एक वेबसाइट बनाना है. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तुम्हें उस समय पहले, अगर एआई के पहले, यू हैव टू बी समवन हु नोज कोडिंग, who knows about the libraries, who knows how to use those libraries and a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
अभी it has changed. अभी it has become much more practical कि तुम्हें बनाना क्या है, you need to know.
हाँ.
कैसे बनेगा वो एआई देख लेगा, एआई खुद से बना देता है. You just have to be कि हाँ मेरे को ऐसे बनाना है. You just have to think logically कि ये चीज यहाँ पे आएगी, इससे ये चीज होगी. You just have to be logically sound about it. So
हाँ.
hackathons is all about that. तुम्हारे पास 24 hours है. Obviously, you have to build a product in 24, 36 hours, 48 hours. If you are actually trying to mug up things or try to remember things and then do it, you won't be able to do it.
Yeah.
Hackathons is like come fast, speed fast, and then build it.
Yeah.
So this is what the future will look like, I think, in jobs also. And therefore it's helping in career growth because if you are winning hackathons, companies know that okay, this person can quickly adapt to any change,
Yeah.
can is very agile out there, and therefore they can just work upon the thing that we have in mind and come up with the solution.
हाँ. राइट, ऑफ कोर्स. एंड ये जो चीजें आपने अभी मेंशन की, ये आई डोंट थिंक दीज आर जस्ट लिमिटेड टू विनिंग हैकाथॉन्स. आई थिंक even in the industry or even while making serious product decisions, you need to take all of these things into consideration. So
Yes.
उस scenario में how do you balance these things like user needs and technical feasibility and business goals while making product decisions in the industry?
So, chalo, okay, let's ask you a question first of all. Suppose there is a particular requirement from a client. So, suppose your company is a service-based company,
Hmm.
and there is a requirement from your client that okay, यार, let's suppose मेरे लिए ये चीज बना दो.
Hmm.
Let's suppose एक वेबसाइट बना दो, and you are like, ठीक है मैं बना दूंगा, but it will take three weeks.
Hmm.
The client is like, no, I want it in 1 week. I can give you as much as money that you want, and I want it in 1 week. But Now you have two options. Either you can hire new people for freelance, get the work done in 1 week, deploy it, but you are not sure about the quality. You're
Yeah.
not sure कि integration कैसे होगा, कितना अच्छे से होगा, will things work or not, your reputation and all of this stuff,
Yeah.
which is the business side of it. Second option is you are like, okay, let's not have the team. Let's just leave it out there and let's build it slowly because in the future, same requirement might come, keeping in mind the technical feasibility.
Yeah.
Which one would you choose?
For me, if it were up to me, and if I had to make a rational decision thinking about the company, I would go with the latter option.
So the technical option, right?
Yeah.
But okay, now the same situation, but with a twist. The company is running in debt,
Okay.
and the money that the client will give you will help you go in profit.
Huh. If we think about that, think about it that way, then I have to go for the first option, right? To save
So
the
yeah,
company at least.
question is answered. Like everything depends upon the situation. If
Yeah.
like it's very necessary and you feel that okay, the loss is much more greater than the profit of it,
Yeah.
you will go for the loss because
Yeah.
okay, it will get managed later on. But if you think that okay, no, profit is much more, but yeah, loss is let's say would be much higher than that, so you will be like okay, let's leave it in the first scenario that you had.
Yeah.
अब इसमें you happen to say कि ठीक है ये कर लिए, but how will I manage कि समझो लॉस तो हुआ मेरा, अब मैं डेप्थ से प्रॉफिट में आ गया, बट
Huh.
मेरा टेक स्टैक खराब हो गया, मेरी कंपनी की वेबसाइट खराब हो गई, और अगर लेट्स से प्रोडक्ट नहीं चला तो रेपुटेशन खराब हो जाएगा.
Huh.
तो obviously you have to think through in all of the scenarios industry में. I believe people think through कि हाँ let's make a plan, चलो ठीक है ये करना है, this is the end goal, करना ही पड़ेगा, ऑप्शन नहीं है. नाउ लेट्स क्रिएट अ प्लान कि उसको फेल प्रूफ बनाना है,
Hmm.
कोशिश करना है कि वो फेल ना करे. उसके लिए चाहे दिन रात काम करना पड़े, चीजें करनी पड़े, you have to have let's say different opinions, different options, you will make it.
Yeah. Right. Now, that was a very interesting take on the industrial subject. Now, you've been a part of Unstop for a while now, and मैं आपसे Unstop के बारे में थोड़ी बातचीत करना चाहता हूँ. Let's start with कि uh, can you share such a challenging product decision that you made at Unstop and it really worked out for you?
I wish I could, but obviously it's an internal thing, so can't be
Right.
shared right now.
Right.
But you can just twist the question up maybe a bit,
Hmm.
like what are the challenges out there or anything else that you want to know.
Yeah, actually, there is a lot of stuff that I want to know from you. So, you have changed your role from an SD to a product manager, right?
Yep.
So, I want to know what has been the hardest part about that transition period of yours from SD to a product manager? What has been the most jarring thing for you?
Okay, so let's first of all simple out what is the difference between SD and product manager.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure people would be like, "Okay, product manager is again something who is techie,
Mm.
but what exactly is product manager? Who gets to become product manager?" So it's like तुम SD थे. In major companies, you are SD 1, 2, 3, and then after senior team lead, you become a product manager.
Yeah.
What happens is like product manager is someone who has the technical knowledge,
Mm.
who has the business perspective, and his work or her work is to actually connect with stakeholders out there, the people who is involved in business side of things, अंडरस्टैंड कि अच्छा ठीक है ये रिक्वायरमेंट्स है या फिर ये चीज़ें उनको बनानी है या फिर यूजर्स को भी ये चाहिए जो उनके हैं या फिर क्लाइंट्स को ये चाहिए, एंड
Uh-huh.
उस हिसाब से प्रोडक्ट बनाना विद द हेल्प ऑफ योर डेवलपर्स, डिजाइनर एंड क्यूएस who's out there. Now, in my case, what was challenging but also fun was understanding how the life cycle works.
Right.
So, as a like I was before a project manager intern, so a program manager intern. Then I became an SD intern. So I had the knowledge of business and tech both. But still, जब हम लोग टेक पे होते हैं तो हम लोग ऐसा लगता है कि हाँ ठीक है प्रोडक्ट बना दिया, शिप कर दिए, रिक्वायरमेंट्स थी, काम खत्म. बट व्हेन यू बिकम समवन हु इज अ प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर, यू हैव टू आल्सो थिंक कि अच्छा ठीक है, बना तो देंगे, एज केसेस क्या हो सकते हैं,
Hmm.
और ये कितना स्केल कर सकते हैं, इसका कॉस्टिंग कितना होगा, कितना इसमें बिजनेस में इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा, will it actually be valuable, or let's suppose will we get something in profit from this particular product or not,
Yeah.
or will it just be there, security of it, like you have to think about different perspective, not just building about it, जो कि as a developer we think कि हाँ चलो बना दिए, this were the requirements, checklist done, दे दिए, हो गया काम खत्म. So everything would come into this place कि हाँ हर एक चीज तुमको देखनी है, क्या क्या चीज होती है, कहाँ पे फट सकता है, और फीचर्स क्या हो सकते हैं.
Huh.
All of this gets into the thing, and the life cycle management is a crazy stuff out there.
Right. Now, I'm sure over the years you have, managed a lot of projects and been a part of a lot of important decisions, and you've also built a lot of projects. So, while you're building a product, I want to know ki what exactly is your, process of doing that, and how do you approach how do you approach building products that you love and that the users will also love.
Okay, so if I just give a very general thing, like if I just not make it for just my company,
Yeah.
because there might be people who are building just for fun, who
Hmm.
might be building for hackathons, or
Hmm.
who are just listening for the podcast and building during the internship or job.
Yeah.
So what I believe or what I do is just the five framework that I told you before.
Yeah.
I just identify that okay, the users are there, the people are there, and what do they need? What is the requirement out there? So let's say तुम्हारे पास आसपास इतने सारे लोग हैं, उनसे बात करो, यू विल फाइंड आउट कि चलो एक कॉमन इश्यू तो है.
Hmm.
सपोज अभी गर्मी आने वाली है, यू विल फाइंड कॉमन इश्यू कि सब परेशान हो रहे हैं कि यार बहुत ज्यादा गर्मी हो गई है.
Uh-huh.
वेरी जनरल स्टेटमेंट, आई नो डजंट मेक सेंस राइट नाउ दैट मच, बट एक जनरल स्टेटमेंट. या फिर लेट्स सपोज कॉन्स्टेंट अपडेट ऑफ व्हाट्सएप, बीच में बहुत लोग
Uh-huh.
परेशान हुए थे.
Uh-huh.
तो लेट्स सपोज ऐसा भी कुछ इश्यू यू फाइंड कि हाँ कॉमन इश्यू है, बहुत लोग परेशान हो रहे हैं इससे, या फिर एवरीवन नीड्स दैट पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट.
Yeah.
उसके लिए यू थिंक, देन यू क्रिएट दैट पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट, थिंकिंग अबाउट द सॉल्यूशन, क्रिएटिंग अ ब्लूप्रिंट, क्या क्या फीचर्स हो सकते हैं, यू लिस्ट इट डाउन, देन वर्क अपॉन द टेक स्टैक ऑफ इट, चलो ये ऐसे से बनेगा, and how it will create an impact. So then you search, research, do things कि अच्छा ठीक है, अगर ऐसे बनाऊंगा तो ये impact होगा, अगर ये टेक्नोलॉजी यूज किया तो ये मेरा फायदा होगा, इससे मेरा कॉस्ट कम होगा, इससे सिक्योरिटी अच्छी होगी, ऑल ऑफ इट. एंड फाइनली ऑब्वियसली यू बिल्ड इट विथ योर टीम और डेवलपर्स और जस्ट योर कलीग्स आउट देयर एंड शिप इट.
Right. Now, let's come back to hackathons for a bit and discuss hackathons and how mentoring really works. So, you've been a part of, a huge amount of hackathons, I should say, and you've had more than enough experience that I need to say. So, I want to know ki while you are mentoring in a hackathon, what is your mindset like when you go in and you're going to mentor someone on a project? What do you have in mind? What do you expect from them, and what do you expect from their product?
So for me, I keep my mind blank, to be very honest.
Right.
बिकॉज अगर मैं दिमाग में कुछ भी लेके जाऊंगा, कुछ भी, लेट्स सपोज आई जस्ट कीप इन माइंड कि ठीक है ये प्रोडक्ट ऐसा होना चाहिए, या फिर दूर से देख के मेरे को बहुत देर से मैं देख रहा हूँ उनको, देख रहा हूँ कि हाँ बहुत कुछ कर रहे हैं, एंड इफ आई कीप इन माइंड कि नहीं प्रोडक्ट तो अच्छा होना चाहिए, या फिर लेट्स सपोज आई बिकम स्टबर्न, आई बिकम रिजिड कि ठीक है ये 5 पैरामीटर्स मुझे दिए गए हैं, एंड आई शुड बी स्टिक टू दैट दोस पैरामीटर्स,
Yeah.
एंड बी लाइक ठीक है प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट या फिर लेट्स सपोज नोवेल्टी चेक्ड, चीजें चेक्ड है नहीं है, हटाओ. Then I won't be able to assess their projects, or to be very precise, I won't be able to justify the word mentoring.
Yeah.
I'm not there to judge during that time, I'm there to mentor them. So
Yeah.
should go with an open mind, understand कि उन लोग का थॉट्स कहाँ से आ रहा है, वो लोग कहाँ से सोचे कि मेरे को ये बनाना है, और कहाँ पे वो अटक रहे हैं एक्चुअली. क्योंकि
Yeah.
हो सकता है कि वो सोचे तो बहुत कुछ थे,
Huh.
बना नहीं पा रहे हैं, या फिर वो बनाना चाह रहे हैं बट कहीं पे इश्यू आ रहा है, दे आर गेटिंग लॉस्ट, या फिर और कोई मेंटर या और कुछ आके कोई बोला है, दे आर लाइक ठीक है वो भी कर लेते हैं, देन दे आर लाइक हे वायर्ड।
हाँ
तो
हाँ
उस हिसाब से आई नीड टू एक्चुअली थिंक अबाउट।
राइट। तो आपने अभी मेंशन किया कि द डिफरेंस बिटवीन बीइंग अ मेंटर एंड बीइंग अ जज। तो व्हाइल you go for a judging round, that is the final judging round, and लोग आपको अपना प्रोजेक्ट पिच कर रहे होते हैं, प्रेजेंट कर रहे होते हैं। तो उस टाइम पे when you see the project in almost its entirety, uh, what do what do you have in mind कि आप प्रेजेंटेशन के टाइम किस चीज पे ज्यादा फोकस करते हैं, you personally from
सो
the team?
सो आई पर्सनली फोकस अपॉन द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ इट, लाइक टू बी उसके पहले तक मुझे ये मालूम चलता है कि उनके थॉट्स कहाँ से आ रहे हैं ड्यूरिंग द मेंटरिंग
Yeah,
राउंड, कि थॉट्स कहाँ से आ रहे हैं, बनाना क्या चाह रहे हैं, ऑल ऑफ इट। उनको डाउट्स भी रिजॉल्व कर दिए, सजेशंस भी दे दिए, आइडियाज भी दे दिए कहाँ से क्या बनेगा। नाउ व्हेन द जजिंग राउंड कम्स इट्स मोर ऑफ कि ठीक है मैंने तुमको दिए थे ये सब थॉट्स,
हाँ,
आर यू एबल टू इम्प्लीमेंट इट?
yeah,
So
exactly,
are you agile? Are you
right,
open to changes? Are you open to feedback? Second thing is, are you actually into innovating? So like बहुत लोग अगर जो पहले से प्रोजेक्ट बना के लाया होगा, नए फीचर्स को इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं कर पाएगा, नहीं वो करेगा।
right,
So
बिल्कुल,
second thing I check कि हाँ have they actually built the stuff? If yes, how have they built it? How are they thinking? What is the thought process? So I've seen them like build the product for maybe 2 days. I have seen them growing over that particular product. So I can actually see कि अच्छा ठीक है चलो बनाए हो बट कैसे क्या बना है, how good is their pitching, how good they are actually able to sell that particular product. So that's what I look into that time.
also how much do you focus on the uh, market readiness of that project while you're judging a project?
So it comes to around, if I say a percentage, around 70%, I focus upon the market readiness, because obviously I believe that in 2 days or 3 days, you can't become a market ready product.
Yeah,
Obviously, you can build the whole foundation level of it,
yeah,
the top layer, like just optimizing the whole functionality of it, making it work in a very less time smoothly, having a good UI UX, yeah, security the मतलब first class हो.
huh,
Obviously, I would accept that, but 70% would be my focus. 30% I would leave it for those sites. But
huh.
yes, I want the foundation and the basics to be ready. कि
Hmm.
you can just showcase me कि flow ऐसा होगा, चीजें ऐसी काम करेगी. Maybe a POC of it.
राइट। नाउ हैकाथॉन्स में आजकल मार्केट रेडीनेस भी एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट सब्जेक्ट बन चुका है और बनता जा रहा है एज वी मूव फॉरवर्ड। तो एंड हैकाथॉन्स में जो भी प्रोजेक्ट आजकल लोग बनाते हैं, जो भी प्रोडक्ट लोग बनाते हैं, पीपल फोकस ऑन इम्प्लीमेंटिंग एआई इनटू दैट प्रोजेक्ट लाइक यू
Hmm.
मेंशन्ड अर्लियर। तो मैं आपसे ये जानना चाहूंगा कि regarding AI and its implementations, especially in hackathons, so it has become very popular in the last 2 to 3 years, right? It implementing AI in every single project was not very popular a while ago, right? So मैं आपसे ये जानना चाहता हूँ कि what is that what is that one thing that excites you the most about the future of AI in hackathon projects or any project in general?
Okay. Before I begin, just a fun thing. Web3 भी ऐड कर दो. AI
हाँ,
Web3.
definitely, definitely, of course. Any tech stack, basically.
Yep. So, the future of AI, to be very honest, is pretty exciting. But also, you can say it can become scary
Yeah,
in some cases. Like, let's suppose अभी जिस तरह से AI बढ़ रहा है, जिस तरह से चीजें जा रही हैं, it's very good with IQ.
yeah,
So, I don't think कोई human can beat that IQ out there. I'm not sure, but yeah. सो व्हाट हैपेंस इज कि जब वो इतना अच्छे से प्रोसेस कर पा रहे हैं, जब वो इतने से सोच पा रहे हैं, दे कैन जस्ट थिंक अबाउट द डीपेस्ट नॉलेज दैट्स आउट देयर, व्हाट हैपेंस इज कि योर जॉब इज जस्ट लेफ्ट विद क्रिएटिविटी,
yeah,
योर जॉब इज लेफ्ट विद प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग, लॉजिकल थिंकिंग, coming up with different approaches and all of that stuff. So the scary part would become is कि you are not a creative person.
yeah,
You are a bookish worm, or you are a person who are just like ठीक है यार मेरे को ये दे दिया गया, मैंने ये कर दिया, and that's it. वहां पे people will get stuck. But yeah, the future of AI is going at a speed which is like unimaginable. हो सकता है 12 दिन बाद हमारे सबके घर पे रोबोट्स भी मिल जाए हमें, जो घूम रहे हैं, मे बी हमसे बातचीत कर रहे हैं.
Hmm.
But it's about कि how we take it, how we actually move forward with it. AI I think धीरे धीरे AGI की तरफ भी जा सकता है, but not 100%, not
हाँ.
sure about it again. But yeah, it we can receive anything like 20-30% of AGI and do stuff with it which can do miracles out there.
Of course. And I think everyone is looking forward to that future of AI. Now, hackathons may it's very important to also enjoy the hackathon and also look out for other things besides building your project. There are a lot of elements that make a hackathon a successful hackathon, right? So, I want to ask यू फॉर एन एडवाइस, क्योंकि आप हमारे मेंटर हैं AceHack 4.0 के लिए, तो आप क्या एडवाइस देना चाहेंगे हमारे आने वाले पार्टिसिपेंट्स को टू एंजॉय द एंटायर वाइब ऑफ द हैकाथन, also while ensuring they're building a successful and efficient project?
So, hackathon for me is like a festival that's happening, to be very
Yeah,
honest.
it
So,
actually is.
yes, चलो कोई तो agree किया. So yeah, like if you just see, hackathon is like a festival. People from all over the region are coming together, celebrating only one thing, which is the hackathon itself.
Yeah,
Now, as we create, like as we make sweets, celebrate, decorate, and all, similarly, the person who is organizing it, decorate the whole stuff, build out the plans,
yeah,
the chair, everything out there for the guests who are coming, which are
yeah,
the hackers and hackers. Similarly, if you just continue, you will think that okay, festival में हम लोग साथ क्या करते हैं, interact करते हैं लोगों से.
yeah,
The fun part of it is having fun together, interacting, celebrating. Similarly, when you're going to a hackathon, you should not be just कि हाँ चलो काम काम काम, project building, that's it. बना दिया, ship किया, जीते, निकल गए.
yeah,
You should also interact. There will be a lot of people out there. आसपास लोग बना रहे हैं कुछ ना कुछ. Mentors हैं, judges हैं, volunteers हैं. There are a lot of people who are out there.
yeah,
Take out some time, maybe 1 hour, 2 hours. जब तुम बोर हो गए हो काम करते करते, जाओ interact करो.
yeah,
And at least with me, you can have a very fun conversation. You don't have to be like, अच्छा क्या होगा या फिर AI क्या है ये वो. You can just come out to me, be like, hi Harsh, so like we are building this thing. या hi Harsh, मेरे को ये चीज समझ नहीं आ रही है कैसे होगा. And we can have a fun conversation also कि चलो ठीक है, कॉलेज यार बहुत बेकार है, कैसे इसको संभालें. कुछ भी. It's like have fun, interact, chill, clear out your doubts, clear out your mind,
yeah,
because there'll be a lot more people out there who are very knowledgeable. In fact, I believe you are also very knowledgeable. So people can reach out to you, ask कि यार भैया आप इतना कुछ करते हो, आप ऑर्गेनाइज कराते हो हैकाथॉन, हमको भी कराना था, बट कैसे होगा, कम्युनिटी कैसे बनेगी. So it's all about exchanging things, exploring, learning, connecting, growing during the hackathon.
yeah. Right. तो ये सारी चीजें are what make a hackathon complete. And I just want to say कि we are very excited to I'm actually very excited to meet you in person when you come for mentoring in our hackathon. And it was wonderful talking to you here, and it just makes me more excited to see you in person and have a good conversation with you. So thank you so much for joining with us today and sharing your wonderful insights on all of these subjects. I'm sure all of our participants are going to put all of this advice into very good use for the hackathon. I hope you had a good time talking to us.
I had a great time, and actually, I'm looking forward to meet you in person. Like, seems that you are a very fun person out there. You might be a bit formal during the podcast, so
You can
हाँ
say that.
हाँ वो दिख रहा है कि तुम थोड़े formal बन रहे हो. So maybe let's meet out there, have some fun during the hackathon time.
Yeah, absolutely.
See you soon.
Absolutely, and it was wonderful hosting you, and we cannot wait to have you for ASAC 4.0. And thank you everyone for watching this episode of Hacker TV. We'll see you on the next episode. Until then, stay tuned, stay connected, and keep hacking. Bye.